What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. This is part 2 of season 4, episode 5. And the title of this episode is Our Lips Are Sealed. Let's start off with David. So after 22 hours of travel time, David now has landed in Ukraine. David's friend of 12 years, Anya, picks him up from the airport. Or I should say that she meets him there at the airport because she didn't even have a car. I don't think she picked him up. I think that she just met him there so that I guess he could see a friendly face when he got off the plane. So she says that she thinks David is a really nice guy, but basically says that he's blind. Now at 8 a.m. the next day, David will be meeting Lana at the train station. He's supposed to be meeting Lana at the train station because we really don't know if this girl gonna show up. Now, after all these failed attempts, I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't bet on it. He tells Anya that he plans to propose to Lana on this trip. David gets to his hotel and seems very excited and hopeful about his first meeting with Lana. So we'll see how that goes. Comment down below. Let me know if you all think Lana is going to show up this time. Let's move on to Lisa and Usman. So Lisa and Usman are going to a local bar to meet some of Usman's friends / colleagues in the music industry. Now, he said friends, but only one dude showed up. All of his friends know that Lisa is jealous. They know her as being a jealous person. They discuss the song Usman wrote for Lisa and how she doesn't understand the music industry. His friend says to Lisa, "Are you trying to destroy his career?" Now, this gets Lisa upset. She goes off. She ends up cursing the dude out. And I think that it would be best if Usman stops introducing her to his friends. Like, seriously. Lisa was really rude, going off saying that his friend is not that big of an artist because he's still in Nigeria. Like, that's very rude. And she's trying to control the situation by threatening to leave and then telling Usman that she's ready to go now. Usman says that he didn't expect Lisa to act the way that she did. And I'm like, you didn't? Like, the whole time I'm like, really? You didn't. He definitely should have saw that coming. Usman says that her actions weren't ladylike and it devalues her from any man respecting her. He felt very embarrassed in that moment. And his friend was almost like, I don't know if I'm gonna even see you at your premiere party, because he was just real turned off by her actions too. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts on that scene. Let's move on to Avery and Ash. So it's time for Avery to meet Ash's brother, and Ash makes it clear that Avery connecting with his brother is very important. While waiting on the brother to arrive, you can tell that Avery is very anxious and nervous. So once he gets there, Avery tries making small talk and it's a bit awkward. Avery then decides to order an extra dirty martini. Now, out of all the things she could have ordered, a glass of wine, she ordered an extra dirty martini. I feel like when you're first meeting somebody, you want to be yourself, most definitely, but you're very reserved on certain things. You're kind of extra careful about things you do, the things you say, because you want to make a great first impression. But her ordering that extra dirty martini, if you would have looked at Ash's brother's face, it was like, girl, just order a glass of wine. You doing too much. So Ash, the guy who never drinks, then says, that sounds really cool. You know what? I actually don't drink, but I'm going to give that one a try. Ash, sit your... Go sit down somewhere because you just really putting on. So he's obviously putting on a show. And the look on his brother's face, he is not impressed. I believe that Ash thinks that he's helping the situation, but it's actually hurting it because his brother is then going to look at it as Avery is being a bad influence and it has him acting out of character. Now, Ash's brother actually does say this. He then says, he tells the camera crew that his brother doesn't like alcohol. And from his point of view, Avery isn't a good influence. See? So Ash's brother then brings up the fact that it's funny how they met on social media and now are face to face. He then proceeds to say to Avery, does she feel like she can commit herself for a long time to someone and brings up the fact that she's had a few relationships before. Like, who hasn't? Who hasn't dated? I mean, so that was like, dude, shut up. What is she supposed to be, a nun? Is you expecting him to bring home a nun? Now, Ash's eyes are bucked as I don't know what during this time. During the time his brother's talking, they protrude now even more and more. Oh my God. So Avery tells him in her eyes, she has always been completely devoted to the relationships that she's been in, but things just didn't work out. Avery says the vibe she's getting from Ash's brother is not great. She felt like she was being interviewed by him. His brother claims to know Ash, but obviously not that well, because if he knows his brother, he wouldn't be so skeptical of Avery. Ash is a hoe, okay? Let the flower shop owner tell it. Ash is a hoe, okay? He got hoes in different area codes. He is not the prize. So get out of here with all of that. It's like the roles were definitely reversed in this situation. Typically, you see the man being grilled by the family, but in this case, Avery is having to reassure his brother of her intentions. And Antish, which is Ash's brother, tells them that from his point of view, he can see some difficulties and some problems, and he isn't sure on how their relationship will work, but they might need to drink some more alcohol. So he trying to be funny. I would be like, dude, it was nice meeting you, but goodbye. Just goodbye. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to Ed and Rose. So Ed and Rose go out for dinner after their pedicures, and Rose questions Ed on if he's happy or not. And Ed says that he's very happy and that he loves her very much. He goes on to say that he wants nothing more but to give her and her son Prince the best life ever. Now, let me tell you where he messed up. Because if you are unsure of someone's intentions and you don't trust them because they're not being open with you about their past, why tell her all of that? Tell her, I want to take care of you. Like, why do all of that? Until you know you can trust a person and you've gotten to know them a little bit better, why are you doing all of that? So he goes on to say that he's aware Rose is tired of him wanting to know about her past, but he doesn't want to do that anymore. He wants to put that behind him, but then he says he needs her to do him a favor and take an STD test. He needs her to do him a favor and take an STD test. Now, the look and the facial expressions of Rose at that table, y'all, hilarious. The girl deserves an award, because it had me rolling. Ed is fumbling all over his words, and he really didn't present this well. He did not present this well. Rose tells him that she's disappointed. She later tells the camera crew that she felt hurt. And Ed tells Rose that he didn't mean to offend her, and then tries to justify it by saying it's because she won't be open about her past. Now, he's very insecure because he's tripping on 3,000 followers that she has on Facebook, when he should be focused on why Rose's sister came to him for money. Now, I get wanting to protect yourself before being intimate with someone. I'm all for that, but it's better ways to approach that situation without making a person feel bad or like they're dirty. And that's exactly how he made her feel. The girl was sitting up at the table crying. Now, Ed says that he wants to know that Rose isn't someone who sleeps around and that he can trust her. So Rose tells Ed, okay, I'll take the test, but you got to take one too, right? Now, I feel like no one should ever want something of you that they're not willing to do themselves. Like, you want her to take a test, okay, yeah, and you going to take one too. Because just like you don't know if you could trust me, I don't know if I could trust you. So, it's simple. Like, it's just so, I feel like his whole approach is wrong. It's really wrong, y'all. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. So like I said, she says, if you want me to take one, you got to take one too. And Ed says he'll take one once he gets back to the States. Ed starts giving ultimatums, telling her if she's not going to take the test, then he can't trust her and won't feel comfortable moving forward in the relationship. This brings Rose to tears and says that she's hurting. Ed steps outside And shortly after, Rose goes outside and tells him that she wants to go home. He's like, well, I want to make sure you get home. She's like, I don't need you to worry. Don't worry about me. I just don't want to be around you right now. Now, I feel like you can't force someone to talk about their past. Sometimes people have to feel safe enough to talk to you and open up about certain things. And he's only been talking to her for like 3 months. So he's annoying as crap. Rose is pissed off and tells Ed that she doesn't want to talk to him because she feels that he doesn't understand her. Rose is going off and says, why does she always have to defend herself? Ed tries to do some cleaning of the mess he made, okay? And tells Rose that he wants to book her a separate room at the same hotel. And Rose agrees, but says that she wants to go home in the morning. First thing in the morning, pronto. When he calls her a taxi, Rose gets in this taxi alone and leaves. The producer then says to Ed, what just happened? And Ed responds, I don't know, but I do not believe in love. Oh, please, Ed, just shut up. Give me a break. He then wobbles his little tail, wobbles his little neck to his taxi. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. I'm so through with Ed. He need to take his tail home and get his relationship back on track with his daughter, because that's really more important than all this mess he doing. Trying to mess with this young old girl, talking about, I'm finna take care of you, but I need you to take an STD test first. And, you know, he just a hot mess. He need to take his tail home. Let's move on to Stephanie. So Stephanie has made it to Australia, 3 separate flights and 30 hours later. Stephanie says that flying was a huge risk, but it's something she feels was worth taking. They finally meet, Stephanie and Erica, and I don't know, I'm getting best friend vibes, not two people in a relationship. Let's move on to Geoffrey and Varya. So Geoffrey is going to meet Varya's friends, and she says that she's very nervous about it. Her friends, they don't like Geoffrey because she met him online. She's hoping that this meeting in person will help them to change their minds about him. So her friends tell the camera crew that there is a belief that Americans aren't sincere, adding Americans' smiles are a facade. They begin to question him, and he's trying to play it cool, but you can tell that Geoffrey, he ain't here for it, okay? Geoffrey tells them that he came to Russia. So doesn't that like kind of speak for itself? I guess he feels that holds some type of weight, being that he came to Russia. That don't mean nothing. You went somewhere and traveled to go see somebody. Okay, that's a vacation. If it don't work out with them, okay, at least I went to Russia and experienced something different and I got a vacation in. So I don't think that has nothing to do with anything. Just because you flew across the world to see somebody, that don't mean nothing. Now, he's telling them he has the best intentions and he doesn't question Varya on her past. He later tells the camera crew that he should not be interrogated. Now, he's getting upset. Now, you can see it. It's coming out. Geoffrey is rubbing his head and turning red, and his tone is very defensive. Let me just say this. What did you expect? You don't think you came to that dinner table? She already kind of gave you a heads up on how her friends felt about you. You didn't think that they were going to be questioning you? I mean, come on. He should have been more prepared for that and had a little bit more patience when it came to just kind of taking it all in and being present in that moment. So Varya's friends then say, has Varya told him that she recently was in communication with another American man, which was a pretty serious relationship. This gets under Geoffrey's skin because he says Varya told him that he was the only American that she's spoken to. Varya says that she didn't tell Geoffrey because it's not a big deal. The real Geoffrey starts to come out. You know, the abusive, aggressive Geoffrey? Yeah, that one. He starts yelling and getting loud and kind of like pounding his hands on the table and stands up and gets kind of like, it's more women there than it is men. It's only one man there and the rest is ladies. Like, you see that? Like, that energy is coming out. Varya tells him to take it easy. And when he sees her friends laughing, he gets up from the table and points in Varya's face saying, "You lied to me. I'm done." His old banana looking with that yellow shirt on, looking like a straight up banana. He says that he's ready to get out of Russia. He believes that the whole thought process from Varya was to get a visa and come to America. I don't feel bad for him. I don't care. Even if that was her intentions, he deserves it for everything he done. So that's karma coming back to you, Geoffrey. Sorry, but not sorry. So I really need to hear your thoughts on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. This was part 2 of season 4, episode 5. Again, the title of this episode was Our Lips Are Sealed. Comment down below. Let's get this conversation rolling on this episode. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share with a friend who also loves watching 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified on the next time that I make an upload, because there will be a next time. And I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.